Hey guys, this is Justin from GuitarMadeEZ.com, and today I'm going to teach you a little bit about guitar chords. I know you've probably seen a bunch of chord diagrams online that show you the proper fingerings for various chords out there, but today I'm going to show you how to actually practice those chords and show you how to practice them so you get really good at them really quick. Okay? So browsing around online, you've probably seen that there's just hundreds, there's almost an endless supply of guitar chords out there that give you different sounds and different flavors and different feelings. And so today we're going to talk about the basic guitar chords, which are the campfire chords, or the basic major chords and the basic minor chords. The major chords sound happy. That was a G major. And the minor chords sound kind of sad. Hear the difference? Happy, sad. Okay. So aside from saying that, guitar chords is, practicing guitar chords is probably the first step to learning guitar. Once you get all the guitar chords down, just the basic chords, you can pretty much play 90% of the songs out there, because every song follows a chord progression. So I think one of the first songs that I learned when I was teaching myself chords, this was also a nice way of helping me practice, was I learned the chorus from Don McLean's American Pie. And the chorus, if I remember it correctly, went something like this. So that was the chorus from Don McLean's American Pie, and I was strumming that really slowly because when you practice your guitar chords, you want to make sure that you have every single string you're plucking ring properly. If you're, let's say, you're just starting off and you're learning the chord formations, and you're going like this, you can't really hear all the strings too well, because in fact, my fingers are muting a couple of those strings. So you want to arpeggiate the chord and make sure every single string rings. So that second string isn't ringing, so let's try to reform my G here. Now let's do it. Good, okay, it's ringing. So the second string's ringing, third string's ringing, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So it's really important when you start practicing your guitar chords to strum them slowly and focus on quality instead of quantity. Because if you focus on how fast you're playing them when you first start off, and you don't focus on quality of how you're playing, basically that's going to carry over to when you get better. So you'll soon be able to strum faster. However, your chords won't sound as nice. So really focus on making sure all those strings ring, and just that it sounds nice. Also, another thing when strumming chords, I kind of think of it as almost as if you're painting. When you're painting, strokes, let's say on like a wall or something, or if you're painting a fence, you want to, the strokes, you want to go up and down like this. Okay, it's kind of like using a brush, and that's the same thing on the strings. When you start off playing guitar chords, just do downstrokes. And then change it so you can do down and up strokes. Then you can do downstrokes and then just upstrokes. So 2 downs and 2 upstrokes. And then one of the biggest things when learning guitar chords is you want to focus on your transitions. How fast you can transition from one chord to another. So if I'm strumming G, let's go to E minor. See, I'm still keeping the beat too. I'm still going on the same beat. When you first start off, that's going to be actually really hard doing the transitions. So go even slower if you have to. Go as slow as possible. Remember, we're focusing on quality instead of quantity. So So once again, go as slow as you need to. It's really, speed at this point really isn't that important. But another thing I'd like to talk about too is when learning guitar chords, something that helped me out a lot, which one of my buddies who plays guitar a lot is a firm believer in, and that's keeping the guitar out of the case and close to your bed. It's crucial when you're first learning guitar to keep the guitar close to your bed and not in a case. So many people like keeping it in a case in their closet or under their bed. Make sure you keep it right next to your bed, because then you'll be almost forced to, practice guitar before you go to bed or when you wake up. I know I just see it sitting there on the side of my room and I couldn't keep my hands off it. So a nice thing to kind of get is one of these stands, and you can just sit it right next to your bed. And when I first started off, I couldn't stop myself from playing. So just make sure you don't keep it in a case or in your closet, or just keep it right next to you in your room. So that's another big thing I'd like to add in there. And let's see here. Finally, the last thing I'd like to talk about when practicing guitar chords this helps a lot, and this really shows. If you use a metronome when you're practicing your guitar chords, it really helps you a lot, especially in the later phases of playing guitar, because you're also, while practicing the guitar chords, you're also establishing rhythm in your head. And so you can buy a metronome. A metronome basically keeps a beat. You can buy it at a music shop, or there's a lot of free ones that are actually on the internet. One that I use is GuitarMadeEZ.com. There's a couple that you can download. But for example, let's choose a beat. We'll do 84 beats per minute. All right. So get a sense of that beat, and let's strum with the beat. So we'll just hold. We did G before, so let's do a C. Now let's transition to D, okay? In 3, 2, 1. And starting off, you probably won't be able to go this fast. Let's see. Let's transition to F now. But you know what? If you can't go that fast, make the beat slower. Go down to 60 beats per minute.